January favourites time. It is gadget heavy, this video. I don't know why it's turned out like that. I was even going to swap one of the things, the gadgety things, out for something else, a beauty item, or my cashmere jumper that I've loved since before Christmas. But then I thought, no, you know what? I've done my list. I always do my list every single month, and that is what I'm going to stick to. That is my true list of favourites. We're starting off with the ZIIP Halo actually, and although this is a device, it's 100% beauty. It is beauty all over, and so now I feel less bad because we've ticked off another category that we've covered in this video. If you've heard me talk about this before, you will have already seen the amazing instant lifting effect this has on the face. If you haven't, I'm about to show you. I'm quite low maintenance when it comes to my beauty in that I don't want to have to do anything apart from my nails and my hair colour, which I can't do myself. I don't really want to have to rely on somebody else to maintain the way I look. So I'm also very, very squeamish about any kind of procedure involving needles, involving something going into my face. And I don't want the time commitment or the financial commitment of having to do treatments outside of the home. So this just ticks the boxes for me on so many levels. So I use my Current Body LED mask pretty much every night. They say you don't have to use it every night, but I find that the routine means that I use it. If I was constantly thinking, oh, which day am I going to use it, I would probably start skipping them. And I think you have to be really consistent with these home beauty devices. So I use that pretty much every night, and then I use the ZIIP probably every 2 to 3 days. What is the ZIIP Halo? The ZIIP Halo is a facial toning and lifting device, I would say. It has long-term benefits too, which we're going to come back to, and I'll talk more about those and the different types of current that it uses. But for me, the main thing is that I get this visible lift, right? Because what else can you do at home really that will have that effect? This uses 2 different types of current, and that's what sets it apart from other devices on the market. It uses nanocurrent and it uses microcurrent. Now, microcurrent is the one that works the muscles in your face, a bit like a gym workout. And that's the one that most devices use. So it's contracting and relaxing those muscles, and that's what helps to tighten everything up and give the face that lifted look. But the ZIIP Halo also has nanocurrent. Now that works, the nanocurrent works more on a cellular level, so it's cellular repair and rebuilding, and that's when you're going to see a difference to things like elasticity and texture of the skin. So the microcurrent is working on, you know, it's doing the gym workout, and the nanocurrent is almost, I can't think of the analogy because it's off the cuff. One is the builder. This is brilliant, doing all the supporting kind of work, putting the beams up and the what have you. And the other one, the nanocurrent, is the plasterer decorator. Oh God, can you just be a bit quieter? I've got banging going on there. I've got you shuffling around there. Right, this is how you use it. Okay, really coat your face with gel. I think about 6 pumps to 8 pumps is more than enough. So you turn the device on, and you can either use it freestyle or you can connect it to the app, which is really, really good. When you connect it to the app, it has loads of different programs and it guides you through them. And I actually think that when you first start using the ZIIP, it's really, really helpful. But for anyone who is a complete technophobe and hates having to connect things to apps and what have you, you don't have to. So don't let that put you off. Just sliding the ZIIP over your skin with a firmish pressure. It's so easy to use. When you charge it, the charge lasts for ages and ages. I just think it's brilliant. And considering you get that just dramatic instant effect, I get so excited about it. I have a discount code. I'll put it in the description as well, but it's Ruth ZIIP, and the ZIIP has got 2 I's in it, all capital letters. So just make sure you put the 2 I's in because it won't work otherwise. And let me know how you get on. But I'll put loads more info below if you want to read that. I'm going to do 2 more gadgets now. They're both in the same place. Let's move from here, and the dog, where is he? Oh my God, look at his head. Oh, no wonder he's being noisy. Got yourself well comfy there, didn't you, mate? Okay, one of these things is possibly the most exciting thing that Rich and I have ever bought for each other. So every Christmas we buy something that we both want and that we can share. And this year we went for an electric blanket. I can't really show you it because it just looks like a sheet. It's underneath a sheet. I want to say that it's called Snowed In, this electric blanket. Anyway, we got 2 separate recommendations from 2 different family members, and they both said the same thing, and they are unrelated. They're from different ends of the family. And I thought, well, that's good. And then I looked at the reviews, and the reviews were also amazing. We had laughed about the idea of an electric blanket, or I had, for years. So Rich has wanted one for ages, but I've always said, oh, no, I'm not doing it. It is just the last step, isn't it? And then life's all just downhill from there. So I refused to do it. But the first night that we had it on, I just thought, this is the most amazing thing that's ever happened. So it's got this really, what I don't like is the wire that you have to have, because I feel like my life is already quite wire heavy down here. You have this, oh, Dreamland, that's what it's called. So it's really simple controls, and you just select your heat and your time. I don't like it on 6, it's too much. I have it on about 2 or 3. It heats up pretty much instantly, and then, it's starting already. It is bloody brilliant. I can't stress to you enough. I know this isn't particularly glamorous, right? It's not a glamorous recommendation, but it is so good. If you want an instant hit, you just whack it up to 6. And it's so much better than the hot water bottle because it is your whole body. So if you've got period pains, if you've got an aching back, you know, when you just need that warmth, maybe you're a bit chesty, I don't know what your thing is. It's full body hot water bottle. The problem with it makes it really hard to want to get up. I started to think at one point, this might be it for me, and I might be like the grandparents in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I might not get out of bed again. People will just have to come and see me. The kids will have to come in after school. Where's mummy? She's in bed. And everything will have to happen in the confines of this bed. Can you feel the wires? Yes, I do feel like you can feel them a bit, but it doesn't bother me that much. You know, it doesn't feel massively lumpy or anything. There's a kind of weird ridge in the middle of the bed. Very slightly though. It's nothing I can't handle. The only thing I don't like I said before, is the wire coming out the side. Sort of makes me feel like I'm in a hospital bed or something. I'm not that keen on that, but you can't really do anything about that. My next thing, we don't have to move far for the next favourite. Rich discovered these. I don't actually know the model name of them, so I'll have to find out from him, and then I'll link to them below. They're so good. So since we've had this house, we've got these amazing wardrobes in pretty much every bedroom, and they're, you know, solid. It's solid wood. They've been built by a joiner. They're amazing. The only thing is, these rooms are quite dark in the evening because they've got spotlights that have been put in strategic places, but they don't really point into the wardrobes. And so if it's the evening and you're trying to get ready and choose something, you can't see a bloody thing. I'm there with my iPhone torch. Rich found these lights on Amazon, £16 for 2. And they are not only rechargeable, so you don't need to have any wiring, just have a USB when you want to charge them up again. I think it's about 80 hours of charge you get on them. Not only that, no wiring, and they're quite powerful. They come on, they've got sensors. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, fuck's sake. Ta-da! Sake. Oh my God, he's gonna have to send those back. Should we swap that favourite? Favourite purchase in a long time. Look at this. Now I know you're going to think that I am mad and you're going to say, Ruth, it's a tape dispenser. We've all seen a tape dispenser. This is like the king of, it weighs a ton, the king of tape dispensers, right? It was a tenner, came with 2 rolls of tape, which is actually very sticky, good tape. We've had tape dispensers before and just thought, oh, and you never bother refilling them because they don't really do the job for you. But when it's this heavy, I know that I'm preaching to the converted and that you are all watching this going, where have you been all your life? But when it's this heavy, you can rip one-handed. Rich, what do you think of the tape dispenser?
Amazing.
See? And he is really hard to please. You know those lights in the wardrobe aren't working? I just tried to put them in my favourites video and they just didn't come on.
At all?
They won't come on with the sensor, and then if they're switched on permanently, they last about 10 seconds and then go off. Can't because they need charging, because we've only used them twice. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to scrub them from my favourites. It's an embarrassment, that's what it was. Total embarrassment. Yeah, so one-handed taping. Oh my God. Normally I dread wrapping Christmas presents. We always leave it to Christmas Eve. There's always an argument about it. It's terrible. This year, I could have wrapped all night. I didn't want to stop. If I had to do a 2024 all-time favourites, that would be in it. It might even be at the top. Do you remember Brad from, was he in Neighbours or Home and Away? I'm going to have to find a picture of him for you. I feel like whenever my hair, when I have it this length, whenever it all goes a bit tousled, I feel like I look like Brad from Neighbours. Was he Neighbours or Home and Away? I'm going to put a picture of him on the screen. Last favourite, hip hop. If you read my blog, I'm going to link to it, because if you don't, what are you doing with your time? I wrote about trying to give up Coke, regular Coke. It is my vice. And it's just not good for you, is it? It's just a can of brown, sugary water with chemicals in. But I love it. It's just delicious. I love a Coke, but I'm trying to do the right thing and not have one every single day. So I wrote about this last year, I think it was last summer, that I was swapping out Coca-Cola for kombucha, cans of kombucha, because I had them at Lily Pebble's house and I was like, oh, that's actually quite nice. However, the brand that I bought, when I started looking into it, I was drinking it for months. It had artificial sweeteners in it, artificial flavourings even, I think, and I thought, come on, this is ridiculous. So I went looking for a different type. This one does have sugar in, but it's still loads less than a Coke. And it's hip hop kombucha. Ginger and yuzu, this is one that I've been buying in bulk, which I just think is really nice. Tastes like ginger beer, but slightly lighter. So that's what I've been having every day. Sure, it'll probably turn out that, you know, I'm killing myself in an alternative way, but as it happens, look, lightly sparkling kombucha with live cultures, infused with fiery ginger. Has it actually got ginger in it? Water, sugar, green tea, black tea, kombucha culture, ginger juice and yuzu juice, lemon juice and living cultures, which is a lot better than the other one that I was drinking, which was artificial sweeteners, something else and fizzy water. Thing with having the can of Coke, because it always had to be a can, never a bottle, that will not satisfy, never on tap, never from McDonald's, you know, off a machine, had to be a can. And I think that part of my process was the coolness of the can. Don't know whether anyone else taps their can, tapping, opening it, psh, and then having that first swig. I still get the same brilliant dopamine hit from having this as I do with Coke, and in actual fact I think I prefer the taste of this. So it's going well, and that is my last favourite. Should we go upstairs and see if, I reckon Rich is up there testing those lights because he won't be able to handle the fact they're not working. What are you doing in there?
Just pause it a second.
No, I can't.
Well,
okay,
all
right. No.
A bit handy.
Oh, there we go. It's a bit delayed. Shall I do the other one? Or if you've not got that one on. Oh, it's just a bit delayed. That is actually really good, isn't it? I take it back.
Well, no, I mean, do you want me to send them back?
Well, no, not if they're working. Let me give it a couple more weeks. I've just put it in my favourites. I didn't want everyone going out to buy them. Look, nobody go and buy them. Just hold fire until I've... Oh, see, look, they're not staying on very long, are they?
They still have 20 seconds.
Why?
Then you have to do them again. Well, you would have been in, look. You would have...
Oh, I see, okay. All right, that's a good demo. Right, so as long as you're standing here, well, let's just test that then. Let's see if the other one goes off and this one stays on.
Well, no, you have to move about.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Well, that one went on afterwards.
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean that one?
Oh.
Is it working or not?
Well, let's have a look. I'm going to go in here.
Do you know what it's good like for filming makeup in?
Well, I think that's what it was, because you don't need them on when it's daytime, do you?
No, I didn't think of that. Silly, silly me. Well, there you go.
Well, try them tonight.
I will try them tonight. 5 favourites. I hope that you've enjoyed that. Links in the description below, and I will see you in the next video.